Hello, Recapped Mystery here. Today, I'm going to explain a Chinese science fiction short film, Scissors. Watch out and take care. The film begins with a montage of a messed up apartment, with junk food wrappers and empty soda cans lying everywhere, cigarettes scattered on the table, and magazines thrown on the floor. It is nighttime, and a man is present in the room, sitting next to his computer, looking at something with great focus. We also notice a lot of women's posters on the wall, implying that the guy is single or possibly in his first year of college. Then the clicking of the mouse intensifies and the guy starts sweating profusely. His eyeballs are stuck onto the screen and his heartbeat starts racing fast. Turns out that the guy is just watching adult films and enjoying his solitude. After he finishes the deed, he cleans himself up with some tissue paper and throws it on the floor. In this scene, we can see a lot of tissue paper on the floor, indicating that the guy always performs the same feat every night. Suddenly, there is a knock on the door, and the guy is confused as to who could possibly visit him at this time of night. He asks who is outside, but when no one responds, he reluctantly has to wake up. The guy then lazily gets out of his bed, puts on his vest, and goes outside to check. He prepares to go back inside when he notices a mysterious box lying on the floor. Apparently someone had dropped it off and left without a trace. Despite finding the situation very strange, the guy simply picks up the mystery box and goes back inside his room. He puts the box down on the table and slowly opens it. Inside it he finds a normal-looking pair of scissors and a paper with an apple drawn on it. As a result of it, despite his terrible cutting skills, he manages to get the apple out, and after a bit of staring, he places it on the table and leaves the guy. He then heads towards his bookshelf where he checks an empty soda can and smells it too. After confirming that it doesn't have any soda in it, he simply chucks it away between the books. He also checks some empty chip packets lying around in hopes of getting something to eat, but everything is empty. Initially, the guy cannot believe his eyes, but because he is extremely hungry, he simply rubs the apple on his vest and begins eating it loudly. After a few bites, the guy is certain that the apple is real, and he rushes to the mysterious box to examine it. He checks the box in every possible manner, but finds nothing else, and he then begins to wonder if the entire situation is real. Then picks up the magical scissors and closely examines them for anything unusual. Once again the scissors appear perfectly normal with no strange signs whatsoever. However, the guy is not satisfied, so in an attempt to prove that the scissors are magical, the guy starts looking around for something to cut into. He then finds a piece of paper with a picture of a cup filled with coffee. He wastes no time and immediately starts cutting the image out of the paper. While doing so, he appears scared but focused. After successfully obtaining the cutout, he holds it in his hand and waits for it to transform into the real object. But nothing happens. Thinking it was just a hallucination, the guy smirks and tosses the cutout in the air, but when he turns around, he discovers that the cup and coffee have miraculously transformed into real objects. The cup smashes onto the floor and the coffee is splattered everywhere along with glass shards. We even get to know that the coffee is hot, exactly as shown in the picture, as steam is rising out of the coffee. The guy is stunned by this and he hurriedly bends down to inspect the coffee. After tasting it, he verifies that it is real and once again gives a smirk which signals that he is happy with the revelation and who wouldn't be. A brand new box of tissues. The guy then takes out the scissors and begins playing with them, and this time he has a wide smile on his face. It appears that he has found all of the solutions to his problems, and he is ready to live his life to the fullest. That being said, the only thing that keeps him awake all night is his fantasies about girls, so he has only one plan on his mind, and there is no stopping him now. Unfortunately for him, he also ripped the girl's head, which upsets him, but no worries. There are plenty more posters where that came from. He then turns to the next poster of a stunning girl and starts smirking menacingly. He is already imagining his time with her. Here we learn that the guy is desperate for a partner. He is aware that the experiment may involve risks, but he is willing to go through all of it to fulfill his fantasies. He carefully places the poster on his bed so that he does not dare at this time. The guy then begins the cutting process bit by bit. He starts trimming the beautiful girl from the picture. He is cutting with maximum concentration as he does not want the girl to be lacking in any body parts. He also gets more and more excited as he cannot wait to meet the girl of his dreams. Just as he is about to finish the task, he receives a call from someone which distracts him. He discovers that he accidentally severed the girl's head with the magical scissors. The accident scares him a lot because he knows the consequences that he will face. In an attempt to rescue himself, the guy instantly tries to link the two images and goes to his drawer to grab some tape. We can feel the worry in his eyes as he digs through his belongings hastily. Finally, after some searching, the guy gets his hands on some tape and breathes a sigh of relief. As the guy tries to return to the bed, he slips on the dropped coffee and falls on the floor. The careless guy is hurt from the fall, and as he gathers himself up he notices someone's legs next to him. It is the girl that he cut out, and she has now come to life just as he desired. He is shocked to see blood oozing out of the girl. The blood drips directly on his head, which scares him to death. It is because she has no head attached to her. The guy then turns around and notices the girl's severed head lying on the bed. Even the head is dripping with blood. The eerie head seems lifeless but is smiling and staring directly into his eyes. It is in this moment that he really begins to wish that he had stuck to OnlyFans tonight. What the hell did we just witness? The end. Please subscribe to assist the channel, turn on notification and leave a like. Thank you for taking the time to watch. See you again soon.